This call is now being recorded.
So today we'll start with lesson number 7. The name of the lesson is packing. And as per the name, the lesson has the story in it. Anyone who knows or anyone who has read the lesson?
No.
No? Okay. See, I'll show you something. Look over here. This is the name of the lesson, packing. Remember the author's name because it is asked in MCQs, it is asked in question answers, as you might have seen. Even in 10th it is asked. In 10th, you will be given advice that you have to start your question answers with the name of the lesson. Lesson, the name of the lesson is packing. It is written by Jerome K. Jerome. Like that, you have to start your question answers. That is what will you be taught in 10th standard. That in any question answers, in long question answers of 2 marks, you have to start your name with the name of the lesson and the author's name. So here, remember the name of the writer is Jerome K. Jerome. And what is written in bracket? It is an extract from Three Men in a Boat. What is the meaning of that? That is the name of a novel. Three Men in a Boat. So this lesson is an extract, means it is a small portion which is taken from the novel. The novel's name is Three Men in a Boat. That is the big novel, a big story. From that, a short story is taken. Yeah?
Yes, sir.
In MCQs, it might be asked. Okay. So in this lesson, as you can see, three friends are sitting over here. One is the author himself, who is sitting in between. That is Jerome K. Jerome. Here are his two friends. One is seated on the sofa, one is seated on a reclining chair. Their names are George and Harris. These are the names of his friends. So here, the narrator, Jerome K. Jerome, is sitting with his two friends, George and Harris, and they were packing things. When you go out for the trip, you are very excited and you want to pack your luggage. And what are the things that you will pack in your luggage? What are the things that you will pack inside it? All these things are there. See, things like clothes, your shoes, belt, accessories, toiletries, comb, all the things you will pack. So, how excited you are when you are planning a trip. So, this is the story of the three friends. The narrator Jerome K. Jerome with his two friends George and Harris is planning a trip, and so they have to pack their luggage. So the author was proud of his packing skills. The author who is packing, as you can see, is seated down over here. He is proud that he is very good at packing. The author says that only one thing that is best in him. Every person has the best quality in him. Then author says that his best quality is packing. He can do the best packing of all. So he is very proud. And he asked his friends, George and Harris, that leave this entire job up to me. He said that this packing I will do for all of us. Three of them are going together for a trip somewhere. So the author, Jerome K. Jerome, he said that leave this thing up to me. ये काम मुझ पे छोड़ दो, packing मैं कर लूंगा. That is, he says, because he thinks that he has good skills at packing and no one can do the packing as good as him. So, actually, what did he mean? He did not want to do all the work by himself. When you are good at something, you want to boss over others. When you are good at something, you want to give advice, instructions that do this work like this, not like that. You want to scold others when you are good at something. So, author wanted to be the boss of his friends. He wanted that his friends George and Harris should do the packing and he will supervise the job. He will be the supervisor. If they will do some mistake, he will scold him. ऐसे नहीं ऐसे packing करते हैं. Don't do like this and do like that. So he wanted to give the instructions. He wanted to be the boss. Actually, that is what he meant. But his friends took it other way. His friends thought that this author means Jerome K. Jerome. He wants to do the packing themselves. He wants to do the packing himself. And so they said that, okay, you can do the packing yourself. And the whole packing, the entire packing was left to him. The entire job of packing was given to the author. But actually, he meant something else. And both these friends, George and Harris, they settled comfortably on the armchair. One is sitting on the armchair and one is sitting on the sofa. They left the entire job of packing on the author, Jerome K. Jerome. So, any doubt till here?
No, sir.
This is a very humorous story. There are very funny and comedy things which will happen in this story. What will they do while packing? That is the funniest thing that we will learn in the story. I hope all
Okay,
of
sir.
you have heard this much.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Shall we read? Who will read? Who will read?
I read, sir.
Sir. Hi.
Okay, Arman, read it, but loudly.
I said I would. I rather pride myself on my packing. Packing is one of those many things that I feel I know more about than any other person living. It surprises me myself sometimes how many such things there are. I impressed the fact upon Gorge and Harris and told them that they had better leave the whole matter entirely to me. They fell they fell into the suggestion with a read,
Readiness.
readiness
Readiness.
readiness that had something uncanny about it. God spread himself over
George.
the easy chair and
It is George.
George over the easy chair and Harris cooked his leg on the table.
Okay. I'll explain this much. See, the meaning of pride myself is to take proud of something, to be proud of. Fell into means accepted. Uncanny means very strange, very different, or very weird. Now, look over here again. I said I would pack means the writer Jerome K. Jerome liked to pack the luggage for the trip. He announced that he would do the packing. The writer Jerome K. Jerome announced to his friends George and Harris that I will do the packing for the trip. Then, then what happened? Jerome K. Jerome. This I will now use the word Jerome instead of speaking the whole name. So Jerome thought that his ability to pack the luggage was better than others. According to Jerome, he thought that his ability of packing was better than others, and no one could do packing as good as him. So he said to his friends, "Let me do the packing." He asked his friends George and Harris to leave the task of packing to him. His friends' names were George and Harris. He told his friends that please leave this work to me. And he said that I will do the packing for all the three of us because I am very good at packing. The two friends agreed to his offer, which was strange. So both his friends, George and Harris, agreed very immediately, instantly. George and Harris said, "Okay, you want to do the packing? You can do the packing." And they sat on the sofa and the chair, taking rest. They did not even ask him one time that do you need our help? Should we help you in packing? No. They left the entire job, the whole job of packing on whom?
Jerome.
On Jerome, on the author. But this is not good. They should at least ask him that should we help you? No, they both immediately within a second they agreed that yes, do the packing. And it was very strange. Author found it very strange that my friends are not even asking me that should we help you. So you will also feel strange like this. It is uncanny. So George sat on the easy chair, on the armchair, as it is shown over here. Who is sitting on the chair? George. His name is George. George is sitting on the chair, resting, and Harris. Harris is sitting on the sofa and he bent his knees. You know, people sit like this, bending their knees. This is knee. So how the people sit like this on the sofa? So Harris, this is Harris. He sat on the sofa, bending his knees, and he kept his feet on the table. See how he is keeping his feet on the table, like how he is resting. So both these friends, Harris and George, without any uh, without any help, they are sitting and they want to take rest and they want their friend Jerome to do whole packing. Is it clear till here? Yes or no?
Yes, yes, sir.
Because I want some other students to read. So I'll come to know.
Read, sir.
Anyone else? Yes. Shahim, do you want to read?
Yes, sir.
I think I want someone else to read. So is there anyone to
Should I?
read? Yes. Tell me your name and then read.
Mohammed Reza.
Yes, yes. Please read from there. Continue.
This was hardly what I intended. What I had meant, of course, was that I should boss the job, and that Harris and George should potter about under my direction. I pushing them aside uh, ev- every now and then with, "Oh, you here, let me do it." There you are, simple ignore. Really teaching them, as you might say, they're telling it in the way. They did interrupt me. There is nothing does interrupt me more than seeing other people setting about doing nothing when I am working.
Okay. So, here what is said by saying that he would pack, the writer did not mean that his friends would sit and relax while he would do all the work. When the writer Jerome K. Jerome told his friends that I will do the work, whole work of packing, he did not mean that his friends should sit ideally without doing any work. उसने उसका ऐसा मतलब नहीं था कि वो पैकिंग करे और उसके फ्रेंड्स फ्री बैठे रहे. नो, बट हिज फ्रेंड्स took it that way and they were sitting and resting. He had meant that he would boss upon them while they do all the chores. What he meant was his friends should do the job. His friends should do the packing and he will boss the job. Means he will, what will he do? He will supervise them. If they will do any mistake, he will correct them. ऐसे नहीं ऐसे packing करते हैं. Please don't do like this, do like that. So he wanted to boss the job. That was his meaning. But his friends thought that he wanted to do the whole packing by himself and so they left the entire work upon him. So he would nag them and curse them for not knowing work well, and then he would chip it to sort out the mess that they would create. So he thought that if they will create a mess, if they will make a mistake, I will scold them. SNE, don't do like this, do like that. So he wanted to scold them, he wanted to be the boss while the two are packing, but totally the tables turned, and now the whole work is left on him. He was irritated to see that they are sitting while he had to do all the work by himself. His friends are just sitting and relaxing. The entire work is left on himself. Now, the author himself, Jerome K. Jerome, has to do the work of packing, and that's why he's irritated. Sitting his friends are just sitting and looking at him. Ideally, any doubt? Any doubt?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Are you all listening? How many are listening to me?
Me,
Me,
I also.
Arman.
Vijay Arman.
Only three of you.
Me.
Two Armans are there,
Yes, sir.
and Mohammed.
Yes.
Jishan.
Acha, okay, Zishan. Okay,
Yes,
good. Yes, Zishan. Now, will you read the next one?
Yes, sir. I lived with a man once who used to make me mad that way. He would loll on the sofa and watch me doing things by the heart together. He said it did him real good to look at him messing about. Now I am not like that. I can sit still and see another man slaving and working. I want to get up and superintend and walk around with my hands in my pockets and tell him what to do. It is my energetic nature. I can't help it.
Okay, good. So here the words are given. I'll show you. Loll on the sofa. You know, when you sit on the sofa in a relaxed manner, that is called loll on the sofa. Then superintend. Superintendent सुना होगा. Superintendent of police. Superintend means what? Superintend means to supervise. Like how the teachers do supervision in your exam, that is called supervision. So superintendent will do the supervision. He will give instructions to everyone. So now in this paragraph, the author Jerome K. Jerome, he recollects, he remembers his past incident that once he lived with a man in the past. Now he's talking about past incident that he was living with a man who was very lazy, who sat on the sofa whole day, and the writer would do all the work. Writer means Jerome K. Jerome. He would do all the work, and that man with whom he was living, he would just sit on the sofa and loll on the sofa, and he would watch the writer, the author, doing all the work by himself, and he would just sit and rest. So that the man would say that he enjoyed watching him go around doing all the work. That man who sat on the sofa, he used to tell the author that I want to sit and I want to watch you doing all the work. I enjoy sitting like this and watching you. So the writer says that he got irritated. He was very angry at that time. He was mad with anger. He did not like that man who is just sitting without any work and looking at the writer who is doing all the work, all the household chores. And that man who was living with the writer, he just used to loll on the sofa and not do any work. So the writer adds that he could not sit idle and watch others work like slaves. The writer means Jerome K. Jerome. He says that he has the nature, like some people have that nature. अगर कोई और काम कर रहे हैं तो हम ऐसे ही नहीं बैठ सकते. We go and we help them. Many people have that nature. Yes. Many people have that kind of nature. If others are working, they cannot sit idle. They go there and help that people because they cannot sit lazily. They want to do some work. They want to help others. So our writer, Jerome K. Jerome, also has the same nature. He cannot see others working. So he told his friends that I will do the work. But his friends left whole job upon him. That is not what was expected by him. So on the other hand, he liked to check the work, walk around and his hands in the pockets and direct them on how to do the work properly. और उसकी एक और habit थी. One more wish he had that others should be working and he would be superintendent. He would boss the job. He would be the supervisor and he would tell others how to do work and how not to do work. So he wanted to do that work also. But right now, the tables turned on him and now he has to do all the work by himself. He wanted to put his hands in the pocket and he wanted to give the instructions to his friends. But opposite thing happened. Now he is doing all the work and his friends are sitting ideally. He feels that as he was energetic, it is a part of his nature to behave in that manner. He says that he has a lot of energy, so he is behaving like this. So he is helping all others. Clear till here? Is it clear till here?
Yes, sir.
Are you sure? Because no one is answering. I feel like I'm just speaking. No one is listening.
No, sir.
Sir, listening, sir.
सब समझ में आ गया यहाँ तक?
Yes, sir.
हाँ सर सब
Okay. Continue reading. Who was reading? Continue. Who will continue? Who will continue?
I continue, sir.
Arman.
Yes. Continue.
I opened.
Sir, my mobile battery is low. Can I go?
Arman, I will give you. I think Mohammad Raza.
Yes, sir.
Read and little loudly.
I opened the bags
Hello, sir.
and packed the boards in, and then just as I was going to close it, a hi-
No, it is here.
however, I did not say anything, but started the packing. It seemed a longer job than I had through it was going to be. But I got the bag finished at last, and I sat on it and strapped it. And in it,
You.
you going to put the boards in, said Harris. And I looked around and found I had forgotten them. That's just like Harris. He could have said a word until I did go. I did go the bag shoot and strap for course for course and George laughed one of those irritant sen-
Irritating.
irritating senseless
Yes.
senseless lawns of his. They do make me so wild.
Okay. See, I will read this again. There are some mistakes in pronunciation, so be careful. However, I did not say anything, but started the packing. It seemed a longer job than I had thought it was going to be. But I got the bag finished at last, and I sat on it and strapped it. Ain't you going to put the boots in? Said Harris. And I looked around and found I had forgotten them. That's just like Harris. He couldn't have said a word until I had got the bag shut and strapped. Of course. And George laughed. One of those irritating, senseless laughs of his. They do make me so wild. So, in this, what is the meaning of strapped? Strapped. What is the meaning of strapped? Closed it. You know, when you close the zip of the bag, you strapped it, means you close it. And wild means mad and angry. Wild means mad and angry, mad with anger. So the writer means Jerome K. Jerome. The writer did not say anything to his friends. His friends were just sitting on the sofa. One of them was sitting on the sofa, another was sitting on the chair. So writer did not complain. He started packing. उसने start कर दिया packing. He did not tell them to help him. So as he closed it, as he packed the bag, as he closed the zip of the bag, Harris, who was sitting on, where was Harris sitting? Where was he sitting? Are you there,
Yes,
everyone?
sir. Yes.
Why is there no response? Where was Harris sitting? And where was George sitting?
Sofa and chair.
So was Harris sitting on the sofa or on the chair? Why are you thinking a lot? Give any one answer. Don't be afraid to give wrong answer. At least it is better than others, those who are not giving any answers. Are you listening to me?
Sir, sir, I don't know.
Okay, but any one guess? I'm giving two options. Was Harry sitting on the sofa or on the chair?
Sofa.
Yes. At least give wrong answer, but I will see that you are listening to me.
Okay, sir.
Sir, only three students
It's
are
very
there.
good that you are giving answers, whether wrong or right, that is not important. So when the bag was strapped, when the zip was closed by the author, then what did he do? Harry said that he had forgotten to pack the boots. You know boots, वो shoes से बड़े आते हैं. It is very long. पता है boot वो ऊपर तक आते हैं. Boots, which is mostly worn by
Yes,
the
sir.
people who work, especially outside. And with,
Yes, sir.
with raincoat it is worn. Big boots are there. So Harry said to author that I have forgotten to put my boots inside it. So please open the bag again. एक तो उसने पैक किया इतनी मेहनत से और फिर से बैग खुलवा रहा है वो. Now boots will occupy a lot of space, so everything has to be arranged again. So Harris, the writer felt that Harris could have reminded him before he closed the bag, but he thought that Harris was like that. Now Harris should have reminded this before, no? Harris should have told author before some time when he was packing. अब पैक कर लिया फिर उसने बोला कि my boots are still not packed, it is still outside. So intentionally he was harassing him. This was followed by an irritating laughter by George, which made Jerome wild with anger. And what did George do when Harry said that my boots are still not packed? What did George do? What did George do when Harry said that my boots are still outside? Hello.
Mm, yes, sir.
Thank God you are there. I thought no one is listening.
Yes.
George laughed. George, who was sitting on the chair, he laughed. And when you know, when you are angry and someone laughs at you, you get more angry.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So he became wild with anger. गुस्सा आया author को. But Harry ने बोला नहीं. Harry is telling me now that my boots are outside, and George is laughing on the other hand. And whole work is done by the author. Still they are laughing and doing like this. Is it clear till here?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
Now we will read the next one.
Sir, can I?
Yes.
Sir, only three students are there.
Wait
Okay.
1 minute. Now can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
How many are there?
Three.
3.
Okay. Shahim, are you listening?
Yep, sir.
Okay. Yes, Arman. Read till toothbrush. Till here I will explain.
Okay. I opened the bag and packed the boots in, and then, just as I was going to close it, a horrible idea occurred to me. Had I packed my toothbrush, I did not know how it is, but I never do know whether I will pack my toothbrush.
I have.
I have.
I means I have.
Okay, sir.
So can anyone explain these 3 or 4 lines? I will be very glad. It is very easy. I means author. What did he say now? एक तो boots बाकी रह गए थे. So he packed the boots. What Harris said and George was laughing. Then what happened? Anyone who can tell me in the own words what happened over here?
Sir, what is mean by horrible idea?
Horrible means a very threatening idea. The idea when you get you are very afraid. That kind of idea.
Okay.
Anyone who can try, just try. What is said by the author over here? Easy. Just read and try to speak. Did he put the boots of Harris in the bag or not? Or did he tell him that no, now I will not open the bag for you?
Sir, he opened the bag and packed the boots.
Yes. Then what did he do?
And
बस हो गई
then,
packing.
no, sir.
Then
Then, then he is closed the bag. Uh, he had a horrible idea.
hmm. What
His
horrible
question, his question, had I packed my toothbrush?
means? Okay, good. But at least you tried. See, he opened the bag. Then he put the boots inside it. Whose boots?
Harris.
Yes. So he put the boots of Harris inside, and then just he was going to close the zip, he was going to strap the bag, as he was going to close the zip of that chain of that bag. A horrible idea means something. He remembered something. Something came to his mind. उसको कुछ याद आया. Something immediately. What was that? Had I packed my toothbrush? Whose toothbrush? The author's toothbrush. Author, when he was closing the bag after putting the boots inside, he remembered that have I put my toothbrush inside? I don't know how it is, but I never do know whether I have packed my toothbrush. So when you are packing, when you are going outside, out of town, and when you are doing packing, कभी कभी हम टूथब्रश या सोप अंदर रख के भूल जाते हैं कि हमने पैक किया था या नहीं, फिर याद नहीं रहता लास्ट में. Does it happen with you?
Yes, sir.
बहुत सारी ऐसी छोटी चीजें होती है विच वी पुट इन द बैग, वी पैक इट एंड देन एट लास्ट वी फॉरगेट. ये चीज मैंने डाली थी. डिड आई पुट माई हैंकरचिप, डिड आई पुट माई टूथब्रश? ये सब हम भूल जाते हैं लास्ट में, बिकॉज द लगेज इज वेरी बिग व्हेन वी आर गोइंग फॉर so many days. Yes, does it happen with you sometimes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So same thing happened with
Yes, sir.
with whom? With Harris or with whom? Who forgot that has he put his toothbrush in the bag or not? Who forgot that? Who forgot? Tell me, Mohammad Reza.
Sir,
Yes,
no.
Yes,
yes, Mohammad Reza. Are you speaking?
yes,
No.
Rahman,
Harry.
Harris.
Harry.
I is given. Had I
Oh,
packed my
Tony.
toothbrush? So who is I?
I author.
Yes, what is his name?
What?
I'm not asking any friend's name. George and Harris Canning. What was the name of the author?
Giannis.
Jerome.
Zero.
Yes. So Jerome, the author, he forgot. And he is saying that he always forgets. Whenever he goes on a trip, whenever he packs his bag, and when the packing is complete, at the end he always forgets whether he has packed his toothbrush or not. And today also, after packing the boots inside it, after completing the packing, and when he was about to close the bag, at that time the horrible idea struck to his mind that whether has he packed his toothbrush or not. Is it clear till here or any doubts? If you have any doubt, any questions, then ask me right now. Any doubt? Did you understand everything till here? Till paragraph
Yes,
5?
sir.
Okay. So we will continue from here. Thank you everyone.